but you know when it's time for the full moon, I come here as the oracle because I'm also Ghana goddess oracle. It's good to see you all. I almost didn't make it this week because of this fire burning in my city. Here in the West Coast in Los Angeles, a lot of my neighbors are in trouble. I guess I could say I'm lucky to be here. You know, so we all got to be grateful, right? When we're not in such devastating, you know, disasters, okay? It's got me wondering what my last download with the Zion being on fire really means. I thought it was a particular city, but interesting enough, I feel like it could be this is what I was trying to, I probably saw in the interpretation. You know, so anyway, interesting enough, you know, because when I broke down the meaning of Zion, it could represent heaven, it could represent a sacred city, it could represent, you know, for me the heaven part, you know, people that live well, that are protected and stuff like that. And it's what's happening here is all this rich people, all their houses are on fire. Like, you know, it could be, and it may not be. It may have been the exact city Zion that I found out. But, you know, this is one of the reasons why I feel like, you know, it's important for us, humanity, to upgrade our mental faculties, our psychic powers, so we can foresee such devastation, right? And really break it down accurately enough to be able to help ourselves, okay? This is one of the reasons, my motivations for, you know, constantly meditating and developing and getting stronger spiritually, all right? Because that's the new age that we're in, knowing ahead of time, being protected, not being in the dark about nothing. We're in the age of Aquarius, okay? The internet is not the only thing. Our mind power is the highest thing. It's the highest computer. And so this is going to be an interesting full moon thing that I'm going to have going on for you guys. I don't know how I ended up giving you a lecture, right? Let me check my clothes. I ended up giving you a lecture right off the go. Yeah, I like looking in the mirror, guys. Let me check this outfit. Hey. Okay. Get it together, Joe. Okay. Anyway, so yeah. So today I think I'm going to talk very little about the full moon in Cancer, in the sign of Capricorn. I'm going to do a fashion tarot for the winter. The winter already started 21st of December, but hey, I'm doing it on my time, on my clock, and that's the way it is, right? And then I think that I'm going to discuss what I think from a spiritual perspective what success really means. Because I'm dealing with the 10th house, we're talking about Capricorn energy, authority, you know, work life, money life, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to give you my perspective based on my knowledge and spirituality, what we can define as success, all right, other than what we see and what we all think we know, okay? So it's just a different perspective. So I'm hoping to enjoy this with us, okay? Hope you love my outfit. I showed it off enough. It is what it is, all right? It's a combination of Capricorn and Cancer colors and outfit, pretty much. That's it. All right, so I was trying to go for a serious look, like an office wear, but also casual and flowy with the water energy of Cancer. So how do I bring this together in the simplest way that I'll be comfortable? Because at the end of the day, I'm still at home doing my video, so I still have to make it, you know, yeah, to my taste, comfy and all of that. So I love this combination of a black jumpsuit with my, you know, flow of water energy in Cancer and the seriousness of this whole Capricorn season. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we're gonna be writing today. Let's get into it. I'm happy to see you guys. I'm not really myself. Like I said, I have been, that's why I don't watch the news, but YouTube shows you everything, so you know, it's like it's too big for me to not, you know, be affected. This fire is crazy, all right? This fire is crazy. What my neighbors are going through is undescribable. But I pulled myself together. I said, you know what, I still got to function. We still got to get this done. I still need to talk about things, you know. Who knows what might come through me, because when I'm talking as the oracle, and sometimes I don't write almost nothing I don't write. I just write some points, and the things that come through is downloads. So who knows what will come through my mouth today. Hopefully I don't hurt anybody's feelings, because I have a knack for being too straightforward and honest, but I try to be very diplomatic, okay? To not hurt people's feelings. But truth is truth, but you still gotta give the truth in the way where it's edible. So let's make this happen today. I hope you guys have been doing good and your holidays have gone well. I know there was Christmas for my Christian friends and New Year's and all that. For me, New Year hasn't started until the spring. So I'm actually, for me, this is the down part of the year, where everything goes to sleep and the mind is going haywire, and it's the death period. So it's time for me to relax my energy, calm myself down, recoup, like recalculate my thoughts, my plans. Yeah, that's how we do it in the spiritual community. We prepare ourselves in the winter, we recoup, we lay down, rest our body, mind, and soul, and be ready to make big moves, when the spring comes, when there's the real new year, all right, when all the plants and everything is coming back alive. Because right now we're in the death season. Anyway, it is what it is. It is New Year for the majority of this world, so it is what it is, yeah? But for me, even this fire and all the stuff that's going on is all connected to the 8th vibration, all right, which is the year 2024, all right? It has a lot to do with karma, a lot to do with, transformation, endings, and changes in people's lives, And if you listen to me last year a little bit, or this year, basically in my mind, I did talk about, big transformation and changes with the number 8. And it can be very devastating, especially in finances and stuff. And people can make money and people can lose money. That's the other side to the 8th number, right? It's not just about abundance. It's also about, things coming to a abrupt end, all right, devastation and all that. Anyway, don't let me do too much introduction. You guys know, if you leave me, I'll talk for the rest of the day. So let's let's get it together. I want to sit down and we'll have a chat. All right, love you. I'm so happy to be here again, being alive and thriving in this crazy world right now. All right, let's do this. Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome to this full moon read. Like I already said in my introduction, I'll be doing the full moon read, talking about the energies we're going through, and then I'm also going to do, a conversation about the spiritual meaning of success, all right? The other ways we can think of what success is, okay, to open up our minds. Those of us who already double into that, it's cool, be fun for you. And those of us who don't, see anything, who thinks that success is what is being defined as, which I think that the average person thinks success, when we call someone is successful, we are looking directly at their career, okay? But I think we need to rethink these things and understand the word and what we're doing here. Sometimes success means different for everybody, right? But I'm going to get into my understanding spiritually of what success is, and give you my reasons for why I think that we need to broaden our scope a little bit. Not that you're not, I'm just saying, it's my opinion. So if you're here for that, yeah, I'm going to talk about that. And I'm also going to do a fashion tarot for the winter, which is a little late for the winter, but it's just a few weeks in. Hey, this is my clock. I come when my energy feels like it, I'm not going to be here when I'm not in the mood. Besides, with the holidays and all of that stuff for a lot of you that are into Christmas and all that. Either way, this is the time I show up. So, hey, here I am doing what I do. So we have 3 things like I always do. Let's get it. I want to do the full moon first, and then I probably will break down the video because it's easier to download, all right, guys, when it's broken down. So, this full moon is in the sign of Cancer. No, yeah, full moon in Cancer, and then in the sun sign of Capricorn. So for those of you who don't know nothing about astrology, that's why I like to go to the basics. Okay, Capricorn is an earth sign, It is a cardinal, which means that is the leader sign. It's a starting sign. It's very, very, I want to say, all about leadership, okay? In astrology, it's in the 10th house, okay? So we're going to do our board thing. And I want to talk about the full moon first, and then I'll break down this astrological component. So with this full moon in Cancer, it's highly emotional, it's highly feminine, highly intuitive. People are in their feels, okay? People are thinking emotionally and going deeper past their subconscious into psychic awareness. All right, so sudden intuitive information coming, a lot of secrets also may show up for some people, just suddenly coming into their consciousness. You're also going to, I feel like some people are going to realize that there's a lot of information hidden that they didn't know about, because it's also very, very, very psychic. All right, Cancer is the moon sign. All right, that's the sign that is ruled by the moon. So I'm talking about deep, instinctual energies, buried emotional situations, love situations, family situations. I'm talking about your mother's ancestry. Situations like that may come up that you didn't know. You may find out something about your mother's bloodline, something like that, and as an example, that you didn't know. If you're already awoken, you could have deep dreams pertaining to those type of things. All right, your heritage, your bloodline, what goes on there through the mother's line. And interesting enough, the Capricorn is seen as the father line, but it's really the Leo. Right next to it. That's the highest masculine. The sun and the moon are married in a way. When we're talking about astrology, I always break it down that way, right? Because the sun is in Capricorn and the moon is in Cancer, which is in the opposite sign of each other. Like I told you guys before, it is all about those two energies working together. One is the shadow of the other, and one needs the other for the other one to work. So they are in partnership. The energy is in partnership. That is water and earth as well. Cancer is water, Capricorn is earth. The ocean and the sun, they are very compatible. They bring different elements of each other to the table. So these are the energies that we're dealing with. We're dealing with practical matters, things of the home. Okay, that it's no coincidence that the homes are burning at this time. It's a sad situation. But like on average, maybe you have water problems, faucet problems, or just emotional issues coming up, dealing with children, just nurturing energy. Sometimes soulmate love situations are deep here, when we bring in the element of tarot. But unfortunately, we're dealing with people losing their security, their home. It's not a coincidence, all right? Cancer represents the home in astrology. All right, it's all about your home, your family, your property, your parents, the elders, the roommates, emotional and security concerns. That's the 4th house energy. All right, and that is energies that belong to Cancer. So anything pertaining to these areas could come up that you've been dealing with. All right, obviously people are going through, a lot of people here in Los Angeles are going through some sadness. And even if you're not from Los Angeles, you can feel the tension, the pain, the struggle that people are about to go through or are going through already by losing their home, and family situations are really tender during this time. When we look at the sign itself, the sun sign being in Capricorn, this is also about what? The 10th house is really about. Let me see what we have here. I don't want to just say what I know yet. Let me see what we have here. The 10th house is really about what? Their parents. So we have both energies bringing about your parents, situations around your parents, right? Your boss, authority figures, all right, reputation, standing in the community, career and life goals. The 10th house is very important. It's if you have any 10th house placement, it is highly possible that your life, your career is very important to you. All right, either way, it's ruled by Saturn. So we have Saturn and the moon at play here. Saturn has a lot to do with your career, your karma, but also definitely lessons and the hard work that you need to go through to get to where you want to get to in your career. So these type of things are the energies that we're kind of like facing. Some of you find yourselves thinking whether you want to change your job, or are you going to get a promotion, stuff like that. Promotions may come up for those of who are lucky. And it looks like even with these fires here in Los Angeles, people are probably going to have problems with losing their job. So it's a situation where this is very practical, very foundational. And if you bring it into the chakra system, Saturn really is down there in the root chakra, where we talk about family, foundation, money, okay, things that secure the home. So these are the energies that we're dealing with. People's security is really at risk here for those of us here in Los Angeles. But on average, everybody's mind is like, okay, this year, you're probably thinking, those of you think this is the new year already, you're probably thinking about, securing your family better, money matters, dealing with emotional situations around children, parents, all that. Some of you, those of you who have, your mothers, grandparents and stuff, you may be dealing with their health issues. You could be dealing with anything like that, all right, that surrounds these energies that we've been going through already. All right. Either way, kind of, the Capricorn also starts the Christmas season where family matter, family people meet and all that. So, I know a lot of you have had to meet your family and the elderly and all that. All that is part of the energy, right? So whatever was going on during the holidays, whatever was said, things that you were talking about, all that is connected to the energy. It's all about coming together and talking about heritage. This is where legacy and all that stuff also come to play. So all these are the things that some of us, you may not be thinking about all the things I'm saying, but certain aspects, everybody has, a role to play here, and the energies go through all of us, whether we're aware of it or not. All right, you deal with some aspect of it, okay? And those of you who are real cancers, like, you have cancer placements and your cancer sign or your Capricorn sun and all that, you feel this intensity on a different level where you are going through, energies that I just talked about, right? So this is the kind of stuff we're dealing with this full moon. Specifically to me, as like I've been all in my home, wanting to be home more. I'm already a homebody, so I also have cancer placement. I don't have Capricorn placement, but I have cancer placement. So I've been, inclined to be home, being with my children and all that stuff. So it's like that's how that affected me. I didn't go through any too much emotional, stuff, even though it's highly emotional, it's like it is what it is. Your energy will bring up what you deal with. And I haven't been intensely getting too much into my psychic self, so a lot of stuff didn't come up for me to have to deal with too much. I wanted to play it cool. I know how to kind of slide back into physical life a little bit, because sometimes, when you're on a spiritual path, you can find yourself lost in always, living in the spiritual realm mentally, right? Being on that dimension. And it's more practical for me. I find myself thinking more about, career goals and things that I want to accomplish. So that's how it affected me. I was more on the Capricorn energy, about career, money matters, stuff like that more, than more than the emotional aspect of myself. So yeah, so that's how these energies are rolling for us. Yeah, I think the good thing here, that we can all take is that you may make some serious changes, in your career. You may get some recognition, the good part, or those kind of stuff, making some big plans, or even being recognized for something. I'm also looking at sometimes people's reputation coming up when it comes to their career. It's also something that may come up here at a job, or just even within family. You find yourself talking about those type of things, so generally it's not that much. I don't want to double too much with the full moon. I feel very I don't want to say distraught. I just feel a little bit unsettled with all the stuff that's going on here in Los Angeles. Yeah, deeply, so yeah, because sometimes it's just hard to find your focus, your center, when the whole town is going through a little bit of chaos here, right? This is when you try to stay calm, strong, and you get into your high vibration by thinking positive. All right, as soon as you start counting your blessings, soon as you start being grateful, soon as you get into the energy of, I'm safe, I'm okay, saying positive things to yourself in the midst of the negativity, you've changed your vibration already. It's a conscious effort that we all got to kind of do, right? And not fall into the sadness and the pittiness and all of the craziness that's going on right now here in LA. Unfortunately, this turned out to be a little bit more about LA, but I can't help it. This is my town, and this is where we are, and this is what we're going through. So it's not easy. People are losing their homes. It's no joke. And that is all connected to the Cancer energy. And I want to say that sometimes, like I already said in the beginning, I believe we're still in the eighth energy, going to nine, and even nine, even one is if you want to believe that the year has already changed, okay, and it's gone into the nine vibration, which is adding up 2025 to nine vibration. It's still Mars comes with a lot of fire. That is the high fire energy, high warrior energy. Intensity of completion and endings and drastic changes. It's like war can happen is the planet of war and ambition and desire, and also going after your life purpose and goals, okay, and also it's a year where things are like wrapping up for a lot of people, completing cycles, okay, and so these cycles could be drastic changes like people losing their homes and stuff. So even if you want to melt it from the 8 to the 9, it is still that rough energy coming in already. Okay, starting out the year with Mars, like Mars energy running through here, man. That's all I can say about that. And like I said, for me, I still see this as the year 8 still, because the year hasn't started to the spring, right? So if you want to talk about the 8 energy in as far as vibration is concerned, 8 is about death and transformation as well. When you look at it from the tarot and the infinity, right, sign is 8. So this is when people's money, you can easily lose your money or gain money. All right. So it's an abundance number, but it's also a number that can bring your finances to the ground. All right. In tarot, we have the tower that represents this energy that's going on here. So you can lose your all your money all at once. That's the other side to the 8 number. Just as much as you can become rich and wealthy, certain karmic energies and certain devastations like abrupt endings can come in with the death card or the death energy, and change a lot. A lot of death and transformation can happen. And I feel like for us in Los Angeles, and what is going on now, how I can tie it in is a lot of death and transformation, right? Physical death, but also metaphorical, spiritual death is going on here right now, where people are going through a lot of endings, and it's meant to transform them and put them maybe on a better path, or it's just the way the karmic energy is working. I'm not saying anybody deserves what is going on. I'm just saying that these are the energies that we're dealing with. So even if you bring the 8 and 9 together and say, oh, we're in the 9 vibration or we're in the 8 vibration, what is happening here in Los Angeles is very connected to astrology, and it's not too far from what could happen with the energy, right? And I'm deeply sorry for those who are losing their homes and stuff, and the security, especially now during the Cancer energy. The Cancer full moon is bringing up a lot of that. People are concerned now. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the sadness right there because I feel weird. All right. I feel weird, and I don't want to, double down too much, talking about this so much. Yeah. But ideally, I'm hoping for better days coming, and people finding their footing and stuff, right? Any emotional family situation that comes up, I'm sure that it comes up for you to work it all out, and yeah, that's pretty much it with that one. So, I'm gonna move on and discuss this success, my idea of success now, and that's it. And then we'll get into the fashion tarot as the ending part of my meeting with you guys this season. Yeah, I didn't really want to do this during this time, but I feel like I needed to talk about it. I needed to just get out here and do me, and function in the midst of the chaos, So, it is what it is. I hope you're all doing well. And let's get into the other aspect of our time together,